All right, so today we're going to talk about Natural Vicks, and I want to get everybody's opinion on this. So, as a disclaimer, I had made 30 wellness boxes with one recipe, and then I tried changing up the recipe for the second 36 boxes that I made, and I liked the first recipe more. So if your Natural Vicks is more like a yellowish color, that's the one that I would recommend. And that's the recipe that I'm sharing in the email. If it's more white, I had added too much beeswax and it was too thick for my liking. So I don't know. I mean, y'all can tell me in a second, what y'all think. If it's more white, then it means I had more beeswax and it was just more thick. So I used to use Vicks all the time on the kids, the baby Vicks too. And it's not that it's anything against Vicks, it's just we really have to start looking at ingredients. And I don't know if y'all got my email yet about what is in Vicks, the turpentine and the petroleum products and synthetic camphor and all this stuff. And anyway, it's just like some of that stuff shouldn't be put on our skin. I don't even know why they put it in Vicks, to be honest with you. But there's also been like different research on different people who put Vicks on their nose. Like I remember when I was younger, that's what I would do. And anyway, it even says on the thing not to put on the nose because people have been, I don't know, they do x-rays then of the lungs, and it's just a whole crazy outcome whenever you do that. So the one that I made you is just beeswax, shea butter, and liquid coconut oil. That's it. Those are the only 3 ingredients. And you can play around with the different ingredients, see what you like better, see what combination. If you like it to be thicker, then add more beeswax. You can get beeswax that's white pellets. You can get beeswax that's yellow pellets. And it's super easy. And one bag of my beeswax has lasted like 4 years. I finally switched to a white one. And the reason I switched to white is because that way I can add in different colors, different micas. If I wanted to color some lip balm, and that's completely natural too. So anyway, that's a topic for a different discussion. But just know that you can melt those either in the microwave if you use a microwave. You could put it in a double boiler. That's what I do. So I just have a pan of water.
Is that okay?
I have another pot, and then I put all my stuff in the pot, and I use a popsicle stick, and I just heat that water up that's underneath it and just keep stirring. And then you can add in whichever oils you want to. I add in about 20 to 25 drops of Raven, which is a great blend that has eucalyptus plants. RC is another great combination that stands for respiratory care. You could add in different eucalyptus oils. Like Young Living has so many different breathing oils, and we'll talk about that and see what everybody's favorite is. And before I have everybody else talk about, maybe what your favorite oil is for breathing, what you would recommend, I also recommend this. This is Thieves Chest Rub, and oh my goodness gracious, it is fantastic. So this is a brand new bottle. It's not open yet, but when you open it up, it kind of reminds me of like a sonogram machine. So it's like a rounded ball, and you just squeeze some up, and you're able to just put it on your neck, put it on your chest, put it on your upper back, put it on your shoulders, put it everywhere. You can put it on your feet even, but this stuff is strong, and this is completely natural menthol. If you have a sore throat, of course you can use a sore throat spray, but you can also put some of this on it, or your Natural Vicks also. So anyway, that's my 2 bits on it. This is the easy button. If you want the easy button, or if you want to make it your own, then you can add in your own stuff. So let's just go around talking about, maybe what you like to use for breathing, which oils you like to use for breathing. If there's something else maybe that I'm forgetting about, or just, any of your testimonies. So I'm going to start with Michael. Michael, you tell me, whenever you have a cold or anything like that, what would you use? What do you tend to grab?
I would normally grab, of course, like Thieves and RC. I guess because when I get congested, I feel that the RC helps open everything up.
Yes. And do you just put it on neat, which means just on your skin? Do you dilute it? How do you use it?
Normally, well, I do two different ways. Normally, I'll just put it straight, like just the oil, rub it in my hands, and then just rub it on my neck. Or I have a roller bottle that's specifically for breathing, to help with breathing. So, I mean, either or, those are the two ways that I normally do it.
Yes, that's so easy. And then for those of you who are already in our Young Living family, those recipes that I had emailed out to you, if you need them again, just holler. But those recipes, roller bottle recipes, also have a recipe for breathing. And I believe it has a breathing one for the kids one, because there's kids, there's babies, and there's adults. So there's breathing recipes for all of them and how to apply them. So that's a gift that I give to everybody that's in my Young Living family. So that's excellent, Michael. I didn't even talk about the Breathe roller bottle. So you can make your own, or Young Living sells a Breathe, I think it's called Breathe Again, roll on or something like that. And it's already made. So good. Thank you, Michael, for sharing. All right.
Oh, you're welcome.
So let's go to Betty. Betty, what do you recommend for when you can't breathe, or like anything having to do with breathing, basically?
I like, and I guess these are my three go-tos: peppermint, rosemary, and lavender.
Yeah. And do you put them on directly? Do you put them with coconut oil, or how do you put them on?
Directly, just rub them on my hands and then on my wrist, or inhale them, as you rub it on your hands.
Good. And you said which ones?
Peppermint, rosemary, and lavender.
Okay, awesome.
I just like the way they smell anyway. So
yes, I do too. That whole combination.
Oh, you know what? Not eucalyptus is the other one.
Oh, yes. Yes, it smells like a spa. It smells really good, and it'll help to open up those sinuses. And you said you only got the one for the kids. I will make sure and send you the ones for the adults and the babies too.
One other thing I didn't know, I read somebody here that mentioned it, or where I heard this, is to put drops in the shower.
Yes, you can do that too. So you can put drops directly in the shower, or if you want to like put a like a washcloth down on the shower and put a few drops there and kind of let the water hit it. You could use lavender, you can use eucalyptus, you can use peppermint, you can use any of those combinations. And it's just great for helping you to breathe also. Yes. Great.
Yeah, I dropped it in the shower with the, usually I use peppermint in there.
Yes, that's so awesome. Yes, great ideas. Thank you, Betty, for sharing.
Special financing.
All right, Cindy, you want to tell us your ways?
Usually the Thieves one, and also the peppermint is a good smell, but and kind of like you're saying, putting it in the eucalyptus, like in a bath soak.
Yes.
As well. Smelling that the Thieves, I know we diffuse a lot, but just inhaling that as well. And also the Lothogens.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason I don't normally have a cough, because I know there's cough drops with these, but then there's also Lothogens. So if I don't have a cough, just kind of want to get that Thieves in me. But of course, when you take it, I don't know, for some reason I feel that kind of just clears also and helps clear if you're feeling a little kind of congested. And
Yeah,
the chest rub, I have a chest rub because I know you only need a little bit amount. So I mean, I have the chest rub and I like that. So it's like a drop size of it, and that goes a long way.
yes.
So that as well. And just the smell of that also.
Yes, it is strong. And then, Michael, I know that you have your video on. Do you happen to have the cough drops or the Thieves lozenges there so you can show what they look like? Oh,
Yeah, I'll go grab them real quick.
okay. Okay, Michael's
And you can
gonna.
have somebody else talk. But
Okay,
I'll
thank
grab
you.
them.
Okay, yes, Cindy, thank you for sharing that. And then the Thieves cough drops that he's going to be grabbing, there's two different kinds. There's a Thieves cough drops, and then there's a Thieves lozenges. And there you go. Okay, so Sarah has the lozenges. That's a yellowish bag. It's just a great way to get thieves in you. And then the cough drops are a white bag. That's, yep. And that's the lozenges that Michael has, and that's
Yeah,
Sarah
these are
has.
the.
And then, do you also have the bag?
Yeah, the cough drops.
And then the cough drops, that's a white bag, and it's specifically labeled for cough drops, and they are strong, guys. What I normally do is I normally get one of those cough drops, and I get a hammer, and I keep it in the little plastic baggie, and I just like that onto the countertop in the baggie. That way it's still there. And then I'm able to give the kids a little sliver or give myself a little sliver. Those are strong, but it's good. If you have that nagging cough that will not stop, or you have that sore throat that won't go away, the Thieves cough drops, the white bag is fantastic. And they normally go out of stock during these winter months. And the Thieves lozenges are great for oh, she's so cute, Sarah. Are great for like a plane ride, or you just want to be able to get the power of Thieves in you. Then the Thieves lozenges are great. Okay, great, yay! All right, Sarah, you're up with your little mini me. She was in the video.
She's right here. Well, she went to get these because she likes the Thieves mints when she has a sore throat.
Yes.
And they're actually just a mint, but I mean, we all kind of swear that they help as well. So
yes,
anyway.
Yeah, we save our mints for sore throats. We don't use them as a mint.
Right. Well, we use them as mints, but then we also use them as to help as well, and yes, breathing a little, because I do use these for breathing as well. And we used a lot of the chest rub when we had COVID in August. So, but that's really all we have used. So
yay, yes, thank you, Sarah. Your mini me is cute. Tell her thank you too, cutie.
Awesome. Yep, she's sitting here. Yeah, she's sitting here smiling.
Oh, yay, awesome. And then, so Cindy talked also, and then Susan, let me hear from you, and then we'll go to Tracy in a second. So Susan, I know that you're kind of new to Young Living. Have you used any of the oils or anything for breathing, and what would you recommend?
I've used the Thieves, the chest rub.
Yes.
That helps my husband a lot. But I was reading in one of the booklets that I'd gotten, I don't know, a while back, and draw a couple of drops of peppermint on a cotton ball and just hold it under your nose and just breathe it in. And that really helps my husband a lot when he's, cannot breathe. So the peppermint.
Yes, that's so awesome. And I'm glad you said that. Even just an empty bottle of the peppermint oil will help to open you up, or even just opening up a bottle of peppermint oil and just putting it there, you will be able to start breathing. And it's amazing. That happened to our little one a few years ago. She was all stuffed up. She was about 8 years old at that time, couldn't breathe. I told her, just sit on the couch, watch a cartoon, and just hold the bottle of peppermint like that to your nose. And sure enough, like within 15 minutes, her nose was running and running and running. It will just unclog everything. Yes, that's great, Susan. Any other words of wisdom that you have?
I haven't found them yet.
Hey, that's awesome. And you'll keep, like, as you go on, and that's why I wanted everybody to kind of talk about their experiences, because everybody has different experiences. And I think that it helps people more, you know, whenever we're able to share like that. So yay. And Tracy, what kind of questions do you have so far with anything that you've heard?
Right now, I don't have any. It's just been great information. Great
Awesome.
information. And I'm actually going through the book, trying to figure out what I'm going to purchase.
Yeah, it can be
Um,
overwhelming, but Cindy will help you. So
Yes.
don't worry about that. You're in very good hands. And what's crazy, like when I first started Young Living about 5 years ago, we had to get a starter kit, some type of starter kit. And now a person can get whatever you want. So just keep that in mind.
Mhm.
It's nice that they did it like that. So yay, awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I know for a fact that I'm going to do maybe the packs
Maggie.
and the Ninja Red. I'm gonna do that. So,
Yes.
and I'm going through the oils. I love all the different oils. I love different type of oils. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, which one I'm gonna get. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. And it can be, like I said, it can be overwhelming, but just baby step it. That's what we all do. I remember getting my box of oils and I was like, okay, like what do we do with all this stuff, you know?
Yeah, and maybe
But
Diane, maybe one day she can do the Itobi scan.
yes, I was just about to mention it. I don't have it in front of me, but what Michael's talking about, Tracy, is it's like a little piece of equipment. I don't know how to describe it. And you hold it, and what it does is it measures the different frequencies in your body. It's a biofeedback scan is what it is. And so it's kind of like an Apple Watch or like a Fitbit. And you know, like how an Apple Watch will show you your like heart rate and all kinds of stuff. Anyways,
Yes.
same with this, but it'll show you what may be out of balance. And it's really crazy. I had one Young Living member one time, she had 3 different breathing oils that came up on her report. And I asked her if she was having problems breathing. And she said, yes. She said the doctors want to do nose surgery on her. And I was like, wow, like I didn't even know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, so yeah, so one day we can do a scan on you. It's called Itobi is the name of the
Oh,
device.
that would be great. Okay.
Yes, yes. That
Great.
way we're not just guessing, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. And then let's talk for a split second about the Jumpstart. For any of you who want to do the Jumpstart, you're more than welcome to. So I am like, like most of y'all know that Connor has COVID. That's our oldest. So he's, you know, being quarantined and we're all the rest of the side of the house and, you know, everyone else has been fine. It's just, y'all know how that is. If any of you have gotten COVID, you understand that it's just a pain. You know, there's no good words for that at all. Anyway, so like my whole world has just been craziness. And so with the 8 days of winter wellness, tomorrow we're starting our Jumpstart, which is good because I really do need the Jumpstart, as well as like everybody else is telling me, oh my gosh, can't wait because of Christmas time. It has been just craziness. So tomorrow the Jumpstart begins. This is free for everybody who is a member on our team. I do this as a benefit and just as a gift to our Young Living members on our team. And what it is it's 10 days focused in on our weight loss. There's different low carb recipes. You know, you can exercise at your own will. This is all online and we cheer each other on. It's in a separate Facebook group. So it's not in our Young Living group. It's in a different one. And it's just really nice to be able to have that support There are different supplements that I recommend, but they're not needed at all. One of the supplements that I personally love is Essential Zymes 4. And I think I talked about it in, can't remember which video it was, day 1 or day 2. I think I mentioned it, and it's the enzymes. It's the ones that's Michael had showed. It's like a yellow pill and like a beige color pill. Oh, Michael's gonna grab him. He's amazing. Michael's my Michael's my go-to person. So those are Essential Zymes 4. That is what I have found the most benefits with. For our last Jumpstart, it was 10 days and I lost 6 pounds because of using the Essential Zymes 4. And I know that that's the only like thing that saved me, because there were multiple times where I cheated, or we went to Paisanos for like an award ceremony that Chris had for work, and went to Tasty Buffet, which is a Asian buffet place, and I had like 3 plates of food. And so I know that it was Essential Zymes 4 that like helped me to still lose that weight, because it's enzymes is what it is. So for those of you who have done the Jumpstart, let's have y'all talk for just a couple of minutes about what you found to be the most beneficial, and maybe what you're going to try this time around, because everybody's different. So Michael, I'm going to have you go first. What do you think about the Jumpstart? What are your opinions about it, or what have you been using for it?
To me, I think the most beneficial is, I mean, I guess we've done several different ones, but the one that I think was most beneficial is the one doing nothing but Ningxia Red, like drinking so much throughout that whole week. But I know it's not for everybody, and of course it could get expensive because you are drinking so much in a short amount of time frame, and of course you try to make that last. But I mean, other than that, it's just, I think, the support of everyone giving recipe ideas, or I mean, everybody's just, like I said, supporting everyone. I know the one thing I do struggle with the Jumpstart is the water.
Oh yeah.
That's the one where I tend to forget or not drink half of my water weight. So I'm like, oh, I need to force myself. But yeah, I mean, pretty much everything else is fine. It's just the water part.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
So
mhm.
no, go ahead.
No, I mean, and then, I mean, I mean, the most simplest thing to do is just the water and lemon. I mean, that's pretty the simplest way to help. If you can't do all the other things, that would be I would recommend doing that. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and I think even just like Michael said, even if a person had to just hone in on like one thing,
Sorry, love.
drinking water is simple to do, but it's not always easy. There's a difference. And so anyway, we're all in the same group helping each other along. And then Cindy, what would you like, what's your biggest takeaway from the Jumpstart, or what would you recommend? Like, what do you like the best, I guess?
Kind of along the lines like my son is the Ningxia. That's the one where I saw the best results with. Of course, I did also add the Sleek Essence, the oil, that one that kind of helped too with like an appetite suppressant. And like he said as well, this like kind of just the support from the the whole team, not so much just like sharing recipes, but kind of just encouraging everybody. No, I mean, we were all in this together. It didn't matter what our goals were or where we
Natural
were at.
Vicks.
It's just that support from each individual
Yeah.
helped as well.
Yes, I love that part too, because I feel like, oh, like I have to watch what I'm eating because I tend to post it all. Susan, I'm gonna mute you real quick. Is that okay?
Sorry, I thought it was muted.
No, you're fine. You're fine, Susan. So I like that. I like that we're all, you know, sharing with each other or different recipes that somebody else may find, and, you know, cheering each other on, because we all have different goals at the end. But even if a person were to lose 1 pound or 2 pounds, that's a lot. And we celebrate that. And we have different prizes also. And every time a person comments, they get entered into the prize drawing. And so it's just a lot of fun. Tracy, what questions do you have maybe that I can answer?
I don't have any questions. Again, you've really provided a lot of great information. Everybody here have, and I really appreciate it. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for always joining us. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
I think for February, I was telling Michael, I'm only going to do like maybe 4 Zooms just to you know, what's the word? Compact it.
Condense.
Yeah, condense it a little bit more. So, so anyway, I'm excited about that. And if any of y'all have ideas about next month's wellness box, and of course, these are all optional. You don't have to get any of them. But if you have ideas, let me know what those ideas are. I have a list that I've started so far. So I'm going to run it by y'all before like finalizing it. But I am super excited about that. But it's going to be self-love, or like self-care is going to be the theme for next month. So anyway, if y'all have ideas, please share them. I know that y'all already been sharing ideas. So does anybody have any other questions on anything?
Diane, what I was gonna say real quick, I know that wasn't mentioned, but that sinus drain that I know my son's done it, but he
Yeah,
didn't
I was
mention
gonna
it.
say
Yeah.
it. I was waiting for it to stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Let me say it real quick. I've used it a lot with sinus congestion whenever I have problems breathing. What it is, it's 10 drops of rosemary, 6 drops of tea tree, and 8 tablespoons of sea salt.
Mhm.
And it's just mixed into 1.5 cups of distilled water. And then I just put it in a neti pot and then just drain, and that really clears up everything for me.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
And Michael, you're only using one, what is it? I don't have it in front of me. 1 teaspoon of that mixture, right? Don't use the whole.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only one.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. I was talking about the whole mixture.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
make 8. You do the 8 tablespoons of sea salt and then the 6 of tea tree, 6 of rosemary. And yeah, you only put 1 teaspoon of
Yes.
that mixture in 1.5 cups of distilled water.
Yes. So in the next email that I send y'all, I'll post that recipe. Thank you for saying that, because that nasal rinse has saved our butts many times from getting a full-blown sinus infection. And Corbin, our one that was always sick, he had a full-blown sinus infection with the green boogers and the sinus headache, and he came out of it after, okay, so day 1, he did that nasal rinse 4 times within that day, which is a lot. And it's a lot for him, but he did it. And I was so proud of him for doing it, because I know it's not fun. It's not fun doing a nasal rinse. But I kept telling him, you'll feel so much better, I promise you. So here he did it, and he did it 4 times within that day. Day 2, he did it 4 times, but by day 3, he was completely cleared up. Like, no more sinus infection at all. So with him, it was a lot. It was 4 times we did that nasal rinse throughout the day for the first 2 days. By day 3, he didn't have to do the nasal rinse anymore. So we will get that recipe to y'all. I will email that out in the next email that y'all get. That way you have it, because it's fantastic. Yay. Awesome. Yes. Thank you, Michael, for sharing that. That will help you breathe. I promise you.
Yeah. Yes, it will. It helped me a lot too. I've used it so many times already.
Yes. Yay. Awesome. Okay. Well, if y'all think of anything else, let me know. And otherwise, we are going to be on day 7 tomorrow, which is the sore throat spray, and then day 8. So 2 more days. All right, guys. So y'all have a great evening, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
You too.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Good night.
Bye, Dan.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.